when I finish the next part, you may not clap, but I hope you appreciate my trying. Sopsochak, Kunder Nambadang, Hurik, Dropko, Drongbo, Sangma, Dering Jawar, Gapujo. You're not booing, that's good. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, happy Canada Day 150. Some of you may not know that I too was an immigrant. I came here many years ago when I was a little boy from Italy. And although different, the struggles were still very difficult. So I have an appreciation for the challenges and the roadblocks that other future Canadians go through when they come. But let me assure you, it's worth it. Let me assure you is that we are privileged people to have been accepted by Canada to be the generation of tomorrow that is creating, in my opinion, and I think the world's opinion, the best country in the world to live in. I will digress a little bit because being Canadians has certain responsibilities attached to it. And I don't usually go into politics in these kinds of discussions, but it is critically important that you participate in the political system as volunteers, as members of different parties. But even more important is to have the courage to say, I am going to be a member of Parliament, a member of the legislature, or a member of a city council. It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of support. And I want to acknowledge my friend Butila, who is running for the NDP at the next the next provincial election. And Sona, I'm sorry, I don't do politics when I get here. I think this is very important. She would be the first elected member, I believe, certainly in North America, maybe in most of the world. So this is part of celebrating Canada's 150th. This young lady is putting her life on hold. Her two children, her husband will have to pay a price for her being a representative of all the people in her riding, and I think it's marvelous. And as I said before, I'm saying now, I support you and will continue to support you. We're talking about another very important event today. I was part of a group, the Parliamentary Friends of Tibet, represented by a strong, committed number of women and men that was promoting the Tibetan issues, particularly the rights and freedoms which were denied them in their country of birth, in their country which is in their heart, but also promoting the advancement of Tibetans in this country. And again, Butila is one of those examples. The granting of the Honorary Canadian Citizenship to His Holiness was not an easy task. And I want to thank each and every one of the members who were part of that group then for being strong, united, and totally supportive of that. I also want to particularly thank Stephen Harper, the then Prime Minister of Canada, who, as you know, has great admiration and love for His Holiness, and he's shown it in a number of times. This is not politics. As I said, without the group of people being strong, united, it would never have happened. But Prime Minister never once winced. When Jason Kenney and I went and talked to him about that, he absolutely says, yes, we would be honored to have the Dalai Lama as one of our citizens, honorary or otherwise. So thank you, Prime Minister Harper. Okay, I'm not going to go through a lot of this stuff. The other thing that I want to say, because I think this is important, since Mr. Harper came to the office of the Prime Minister, every time the Prime Minister has gone to Ottawa, every time the Dalai Lama has gone to Ottawa, the Prime Minister has always received them officially at his office. And I want to say this because someone mentioned the 1,000 members of the Tibetan community in Arunachal Pradesh, I believe it was. His Holiness and I, in 2012, when he participated in the World Parliamentarians in support of Tibet that I chaired, we both went to see His Holiness. I'm getting him messed up. I love them both. We went to see the Prime Minister, and His Holiness, in my presence, asked them to consider bringing a number of people from that part of India where things are not as good for the Tibetan community as they are. And I think on this Canada Day, in honor of the 1,000 new Canadians from the Tibetan diaspora, I think I would also like to say thank you to Prime Minister Harper for that. Okay. I will reduce my comments to a few brief additional words. In March, I was in Dharamsala together with a number of other parliamentarians that are part of, and I think you folks may know this, that are part of the an organization called INPET, International Network of Parliamentarians for Tibet. And we went there as a follow-up to the elections of the Tibetan government in exile the previous year. And I think you're owed a bit of a report on that. We were very pleased, and our report to the parliamentarians, the Tibetan parliamentarians in Dharamsala, was that we were very pleased with the improvement that took place between the 2011 elections and the 2016 elections. And we had a report, and the report is out in the public right now, but I just want to let you know that the group of us from around the world that are all experienced election observers and have done this many, many times, actually appreciate and want to applaud notwithstanding the bumps and the differences of opinion, which is part of democracy, by the way. If you have democracy, you're going to have differences of opinion and different positions on a number of different issues. We believe that the process established in 2011 was much improved in 2016, and I believe that by the time we get to 2021, hopefully if I'm still alive, I'll be there, we will see even better improvements. So I wanted to make that report. We were very well received. His Holiness, of course, received us, and I want to tell you that he was in good spirits. I thought he was a little tired, but he was in good spirits, and he certainly was in good health. So my closing remarks to you, ladies and gentlemen: long live His Holiness the Dalai Lama, healthy and still very active. Thank you very much.